suspect in the death of her child. The sheriff's office has not shared the age of the boy or any details on what happened. We do know that their home was surrounded in crime scene tape. Neighbors say this is shocking, calling the area quiet. Some were even surprised to hear sirens coming down the street.
It's just not what we were expecting at all in this neighborhood. Everybody here looks out for everybody. All the neighbors look out for each other.
There's not a public safety threat at this time.
Investigators say it was an isolated incident. Philadelphia police find human remains in their search for a 23-year-old woman who disappeared from her nursing home job 2 weeks ago. At a news conference Saturday on the disappearance of Kata Scott, police releasing a statement saying investigators recovered remains believed to be hers, but John Stanford, deputy commissioner of the Philadelphia Police Department, stopped short of confirming the remains found in a wooded area behind an abandoned school were Scott's. Los Angeles County reaching a tentative $828 million agreement to settle more than 400 additional sexual abuse claims against county employees months after approving the largest sexual abuse settlement in U.S. history. The agreement still needs approval from the L.A. County Board of Supervisors. Officials say the county approved the historic $4 billion settlement in April for thousands of claims of sexual abuse in juvenile facilities since 1959. It is 12 after. Let's go to L.A. Jenny Sullivan's got Fox Business News Live. Jenny, what do you have?
CJ, Amazon says its engineers are looking into the root cause of its cloud computing outage. AWS is used by many apps which were down early today. Those services are, we are told, coming back online. The issue appears to be with a group of data centers in Northern Virginia. During the peak of the outage, Facebook, Snapchat, Amazon, Venmo, and other apps were unavailable, and some airlines are also reporting they're dealing with outages. Merck is now building a $3 billion pharmaceutical factory in Elkton, Virginia. The company says it's part of a more than $70 billion investment to expand domestic manufacturing, research, and development. It broke ground this morning. Drug makers have been boosting U.S. manufacturing to avoid tariffs on imported medications. French luxury company Kering is selling its beauty and fragrance business to L'Oreal. That deal is worth $4.7 billion. L'Oreal will acquire the Creed luxury fragrance brand. It's also will be able to develop fragrance and beauty products under the Gucci and other luxury names that are owned by Kering for 50 years. Weight Watchers, also known as WW International, is partnering with Amazon Pharmacy. It will provide weight loss medication for its members. Weight Watchers emerged from bankruptcy in July. Members will still have the option of filling prescriptions with other pharmacies. Dow Futures up 90, NASDAQ Futures up 95.
At LensSeek, we know running a business takes heart, hustle.
Hey, shalom, shalom. All right, first and foremost, before I get started, I want to give all honor and glory and power to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rahak I want to say double honors to our elders, our great apostles, great millstone, GMS, rule well and teach well, being a great example to Israel. All right, my dear elect. I want to say peace and blessings to the hope of the elect on the four corner, pushing the truth and sincerity. All right, that great sound, it's your brother Naba. All right, just come with this another installment of radio station edification, which going through a lot of things. Just listen to the radio station, see what they're talking about. They're talking about Trump. They're talking about war. They're talking about crisis. Because all these things is a part of Jacob trouble, as in 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter. All right, when it stated that this is the beginning of sorrows and great mourning. All right, the beginning of famine and great death. See, all this ties into that. The thing that Trump doing, all right, and also the thing that the government doing, as far as the shutdown, and then, November, that's a talk about what's going to happen in November. It might happen, it might not happen, but that's a big talk about them slashing the food stamps. Now, we know that majority of the people in the world, well, in Babylon, let me say that, in Babylon, the great America, that's how they survive. You got people that got jobs, but they still need food stamps. You know what I'm saying? Because their job only cover so much, as in rent, car note, insurance. But when it comes down to food and water and accessories, it's like, where can I get that money from? And them food stamps coming handy. Now it's the talk of the town that, you know, November, because of the government shutdown, it ain't gonna be no more food stamps in November. And what's going down in November? You got Thanksgiving. You see, you got Thanksgiving, and he picked the. It's like you like nigga picked the right time to not give a nigga, you know, food stamps with Thanksgiving. Well, that's the Lord. You know, the Lord calls in that. He calls in the mirth for the land to cease. You know, because niggas big on Thanksgiving. That shit everywhere. So the Lord taking away the mirth. You know, he taking away the pride of man. You know, so we're gonna see what it come about dealing with, all right, the food stamps in November, man. 144, can I my shot? 144 Yeah, we're gonna see. But we know that it's gonna stir up a lot of chaos. All right, it's gonna be a lot of rejection. You know, to the point, it's gonna be a lot of controversies. All right, because you got people that banking on them food stamps. Some people ain't even got jobs. That's how they live. You know, they might sell half and keep the rest. It's a hustle. It's a lot. All right, it's a lot. But guess what? This devil threw your high by Shemal shopping and put this shit to an end. That's why the prophets warning you and telling you, you know what I'm saying, to come out of her, come out of this mindset. You know, remember in Isaiah, you know, we will no longer stay upon him that smote thee. And staying upon him that smote thee is talking about Esau Edom, trusting in his system. Now it's time to depart from his system and attach, all right, to Yahweh Shema Shah. Ugly ass name. But yeah, attach to Yahweh Shema Shah. It ain't time to, you know what I'm saying, get into the mode of stocking and doing all this. No, you gotta tap into the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shah. Because wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time. All right, not these food stamps, not money. All right, the way of this world is gonna pass away, and we seen it. You know, so this is the time now to get closer to Yahweh Shema Shah. You know, put out your egg in that one basket, and that one basket is the truth. Because you coming to the spirit of Isaiah 31, going down to Egypt for help, Egypt gonna be your shame. Egypt, which is America, gonna be your shame because you trust in oppression. All right? And here it is, us as believers, all right, the household of faith, we gotta trust in Yahweh Shema Shah. All right? That's where our faith lied then. You know, because one of the main precepts, and it's plenty. All right, but this is the classic for those that have ears to hear and eyes to see, that we know that the Lord eventually is going to step in on our behalf. So we get put in certain situations and certain jams. You know, we got the demons plaguing our mind. The Lord always sent comfort. Where is the sign? You see 144, that's comforting. 444, which is mercy, that's comforting. 333, completion. 777. You know, we see these signs the Lord give us when we at a breaking point that keep us going. So how much more in a time of trouble? All right, because the Lord said that. Let me grab that too. All right, because these food stamps gonna be hell, goddamn it. When Jay can't get them food stamps, that was gonna spark war. They're gonna spark a lot of confusion in the earth. Mainly Babylon the Great, when Jay can't get them damn food stamps, man. All right, but let me get this right quick. This is Isaiah. This is 55. It's Isaiah 55, and let me see. No, it's 65, slack me. All right, this is Isaiah 65, and Yeah, that's it. It's Isaiah 65 and 13. It says, therefore, thus said the Lord, Yahweh Shema power, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. My servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. See, this is the time that we coming into, all right? That you're gonna have to make a choice. That's why it's stated in Revelation, he gonna cause it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. You see, to receive that charagma, that mark. This is the difficult times, all right, that we enter into, all right, and it consists of Jacob trouble. Now, when he do away with the food stamps for the month of November, it can be December, it can be throughout. All right, and then guess what? He continued to bring that wrath on the earth and shutting down the cities, shutting down the states. You know, because remember, this devil have nothing but a short time. He ain't got long. All right, and guess what? He lived off the order, out of the chaos. He lived off that. That's how he thrived. That's how he able to continue to put people in the raise, as in causing the chaos, and then bring the order, and then set up his agenda. This how the devil rock. This how the devil operate. He's known as a serpent, a snake, subtle. All right? I mean, he got a lot of games. He got a lot of tricks. And guess what? We can't be ignorant to that. We can't be naive, all right, to the government and what they got going, all right, knowing, all right, their mission, which is the New World Order. That's why we got to stay upon Yahweh Shai. We can't stay upon him that smoked us. You see? We got to trust in Yahweh Shema Shai in these times, man. And it's starting now. All right? The scriptures say, make no tarrying, Sirach 5 and 7, make no tarrying to turn to the Lord and put out not day to day. So it starts now. You see, to trust in Yahweh Shema Shai for your every need and wants and ability. And with that, you're going to have to what? You're going to have to use wisdom. You're going to have to tap into the spirit. Us in the right direction according to their actions. All right? And we speaking about great millstone with the apostles and elders because they ruling, all right, getting us prepared for the day of trouble. They getting us prepared for the day of evil. When you listen to IUIC, they're not getting prepared for the great and dreadful day of the Lord. All right, when you look at IHPK, you hear them, when they teaching, they not getting you prepared, all right, for the destruction, all right, for hard times, bad times, evil times. You know, all the other camps, all right, they don't give double honors. When you can tell, all right, their main focus is not getting you ready to the battle. But our apostles, our elders, our bishops in Connecticut, all right, for centuries, is what is girding our mind up, all right, for the time of trouble, man, that we gonna be able to withstand. Why? Because we have this word. See that? We not ignorant to advice. We have been that's favorite ones. Let me grab that real quick. I know I'm ranting, but it's all through the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai. But check this junk out. This become one of my favorites because it makes so much sense. All right, when it comes down to us watching and learning the apostles, listening, you know, applying the scriptures that they bring out, applying the counsel. All right, when the apostles pull out, you know, they put out decrees on how men shall act, conduct themselves, how they should look at certain things. All right, that's really how about Shema Shai. Why? Because they get your mind prepared. All right, but this one of the chunks that become one of my favorites. This is 2 Corinthians, all right, 2 and 11, and it hit hard, and it makes so much sense. It says, this is the KJV. It said, "Least Satan shall get an advantage of us," right? Least Satan, Who is Satan? Satan talking about the so-called white man. He is the adversary of the Lord. He is our adversary. All right? He is against us. You see? It says Satan should get an advantage of us. To get advantage of someone to mean what? To overpower them. All right? To put them in a situation that they have no outlet but to you. You see? But we not ignorant. But we not ignorant. Ignorant means to what? To not know. But the apostles giving us the wisdom. They giving us the understanding. They feeding us with the knowledge to know, all right, the tricks and the trade of this devil and how they operate. You know, that's why a prophet's job is important, to be on that watchtower. All right, and that watchtower, they what? They blow the horn. I mean, they bring out these, they bring out edification to let the people know, which is Israel, the elect, know what the devil is doing. All right, it's like the prophets, like the GPS. All right, on your phone that you type in your direction. Our direction is the kingdom of heaven, right? So if our direction is the kingdom of heaven, you got a voice telling you where to go. So that voice that's telling you where to go is Yahweh Shema Shah, but it's through the prophets. You see, the prophet letting you know, all right, don't do this, don't do that. Yeah, do this, do that. Watch this, watch that. That's the prophet job. All right, because the prophet job is to lead you, all right, and shield you from the danger, but lead you to salvation. Because by hearing this word, all right, you'll be healed and you'll be sealed. Just by hearing this word. So let me get this in the NLT. This is 2 Corinthians, all right, 2 and 11 in the NLT. Hit so hard. It says, so that Satan will now outsmart us. That go a long way when you see somebody outsmarting you. Like that, he got your ass. All right, the scriptures say his words were smoother than butter. All right, the devil, Esau, Edom, his words are smoother than butter. In his heart, meaning what was in his mind. That's what he's doing. He's setting up war. But in this meantime, he playing psychological warfare on the people. The physical aspect of war is coming, but he got to set it up in a psychological way. Meaning he playing on the minds of the people. And majority of our people fall into this damn deception. Esau, that's why they bucking the system. That's why they crashing out. Because what? They playing along with the system. They believe this devil. They believe this Trump. You know, you had the baggers. They put their trust in Trump, man. They believe in Trump. But now, what Trump doing? And that's why they mad. They standing on bridges in Memphis. When you go in the Esau neighborhood, which that's so crazy because the small heads, the tiny tops, as the apostles say, that's their area. When you come around Walnut Grove, Poplar, Ridgeway, you know, Sycamore. But in that area, all through that express, Edomites standing on top of bridges with big ass. So Jake been feeling the pressure to further let you know that this is the wicked ruling because the people in the way in the morning mindset, a morning mindset. Everybody mourning, everybody complaining. How we said in Memphis, everybody bitching. You know, you got a lot of people bitching, man, because of what the government doing, how the society set up, how it's ran, how it's so against us. Now it started to be against the Edomites, and this they heaven. You know, this they heaven. They through. All right, so go back to 2 Corinthians. All right, 2 and 11 in NLT. It says, so that Satan will now outsmart us, man. All right, he can't outsmart us by us tuning in to the apostles. You know what I'm saying? Tuning in to GMS Because guess what? The secrets are being revealed. That's how you know that the apostles, the elders, great millstone, and the brothers, all right, that's a part of great millstone, all right, is sent by Yahweh Shema Shai as the prophets. Because remember, Amos 3:7 says, surely the Lord will do nothing, but he revealed his secrets to his servants, the prophets. And the secrets is tied to prophecy. You see that? Secrecy is tied into prophecy. All right? And according to ChatGPT, as the apostles did many videos on it, what does Great Millstone stand for? They known for what? Prophecy. You see? Who truly hold the testimony of Yahweh Shema Shai is the spirit of prophecy. And once again, when you start to analyze and put your ducks in a row and watching all these other camps that wear the t-shirts and the fringes, all right, they got the bullhorn, got the microphone, all right. When you see them and then you see GMS, you'll know. But it's only the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai will give you that understanding to know. Because those are the true men that's warning you and telling you of the greater dreadful day and preparing you for that. Come on, man, you got to start adding it up. 2 + 2 is 4. That's why the apostles say and we say we have 100% truth. Because we ain't sugarcoating it. We ain't watering it down. We ain't trimming our ways to seek love. All right, we coming in the spirit as the Lord has sent us, like he told Ezekiel. All right, the spirit that he gave Jeremiah when he wanted to give up. It's that fire that burning within us that we're going to do the Lord's work. And we're going to do it correctly through the spirit of Prophet Yahweh Shema Shai. So go back to 2 Thessalonians 2:11. It says, so that Satan will not outsmart us, for we are familiar with his evil schemes. And how can you get familiar with Satan's evil schemes? By listening to the prophets. You see that? By listening to the prophets. Because the Lord said in Jeremiah that I will give you pastors according to my heart. You see that? Meaning his mind. Yahweh said that I'm going to give you pastors, which is teachers and leaders, all right, that will feed you with the knowledge and understanding, give you the wisdom according to his mind. And we see that spirit lies in the apostles of Elder Great Millstone. Let's see what they're talking about. And we'll be in the game. Lord willing, it was edifying, building up y'all spirit, building up, your faith. All right, because like I say, the times that we enter into, as it already now, the little tests and trials and tribulation we go through, all right, it's only going to get more complicated, but through Yahweh Shai, all right, we able to succeed. And when I say through Yahweh Shai, is what? Leaning on his word. All right, understanding that when we put in certain situation, scriptures come to pass as in the Lord guide us. Hey, fear not. You see, because that's all it's about. It's about fear. But if we fear the Lord, then guess what? They're going to breathe faith, because we're going to have faith that the Lord is going to what? He's going to protect us. All right? Because what he told us to stay away from, guess what? We stand away from. The things the things that he tell us to be aware of, what? We are aware of. You see? So therefore, we fall in the category of being safe, being delivered, being protected. Because we being what? Like you got a child, you being obedience. You being obedient. And that's one thing Yashima Salagi from Mississippi, the elder, all right, he say that all the time. Those that come back to obedience. All right, because those that come back to obedience, those they're going to be protected, all right, preserved from the said perils, which is the hell that's going to come on the earth soon, as it's already, starting to play out. But like I say, it's gonna get more tragic. All right. So I turn this up a little bit more, then we'll end it.
The reigning World Series champion Los Angeles Dodgers, who swept the Milwaukee Brewers.
They're just talking about sports. So yeah, so Lord willing, you know, y'all brothers and sisters edified. You know, like I say, it wasn't a Starman radio station edification, but you know how the spirit just, like the wind, just take it how I want to take it. You know, so Lord willing, y'all got something out of it. All right, till next time, Shalom, Ababa Bob, Baraka Akim. All right, may the Lord continue to bless y'all more. And the water to y'all brothers and sisters on the coming board. And you always slacking them coming boards with the precepts, because I bring you Howard them. So I get one of your joints. I end it on one of yours. Yeah, this is Sirach 2 and 18. Yeah, that whole chapter is great. Sirach 2. Now, Sirach 2 and 18 says, some will fall in the hands of the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, and not into the hands of men. For as his majesty is, so like it. For as his majesty is, so is his mercy. There you go. But it's already written. All right, 2/3 gonna fall in the hands of men, but the elect and the 1/3 gonna fall in the hands of Yahweh Shema Shai. But you have to what? You got to do the work. All right, because remember, they go hand in hand like peanut butter and jelly. Works and faith. All right, and how you show your faith? You show your faith by your works, your actions. Actions speak louder than words. So you'll know. That's why in the time of trouble they say they shall know a prophet had been among them. You know, in that day, because they gonna see, like, damn, this whole time. Because why? His action. All right, line it up with his speech. You see? So, Lord willing, y'all brothers to the edified next time. Shalom, Papa Bob, Rock. Like I say, may the Lord team bless y'all morning.